You've meditated for relaxation before, but have you ever truly disappeared into your breath? Has there been a moment when you ceased to exist, and the universe breathed through you? Consider for a moment the idea that meditation can be more than a tool for stress relief. What if, instead of merely soothing the surface, you could dive below the waves of everyday thought, to a place where the very sense of I dissolves, and what remains is simply presence? This is the journey that Transcendental Meditation invites you to take. A journey not just towards calm, but towards the heart of existence itself. Most people come to Transcendental Meditation, or TM, looking for some relief from the turmoil of daily life. The modern world is noisy, demanding, and relentless. We crave stillness, a quiet mind, a good night's rest, or a break from the relentless tide of anxiety. It's easy to see why the promise of deep relaxation is so attractive. And indeed, TM delivers that. A sense of ease, of tranquility, of letting go. But that's only the surface of a deep ocean. The real potential of TM lies far beneath what can be measured in heartbeats or sleep cycles. It is not merely a way to calm the mind, but a method to go beyond the mind altogether, to pierce through the surface layers of thought and emotion and discover something timeless waiting underneath. In this deeper practice, TM becomes a method for transcending the ego, the constructed sense of I that claims ownership of every thought, every feeling, every experience. Only when the I disappears can the truth reveal itself. In the stillness beyond the mind, we encounter the spaciousness of pure awareness, a place where there is no separation, no struggle, no effort to maintain the illusion of control. How does TM accomplish this? Through the use of a simple, meaningless mantra, an anchor for the awareness, neither loaded with meaning nor attached to any belief. By gently repeating this mantra, the mind is given something neutral to settle upon. Thoughts naturally arise, but the mantra helps the practitioner remain unattached. In time, as the mantra fades and thoughts subside, there emerges a quietness, a gentle emptiness. This is not an emptiness of lack, but of possibility. In the space where the chattering mind has grown silent, and where the habitual stories about me and mine lose their grip, the boundary between self and everything else gently dissolves. There may come a moment, unexpected, fleeting, when you sense that the breath is breathing itself, that there is no meditator, only meditation. The ego is a mask. Meditation helps us take it off and return to who we really are. This experience is not unique to TM. Across centuries and cultures, spiritual traditions have pointed to the same mystery, that the self we typically identify with is more like a wave than the ocean, a temporary pattern in the deeper expanse of being. In Buddhism, the Buddha taught that all suffering arises from clinging to a fixed sense of self. The belief in a permanent I gives rise to desire, aversion, and confusion, the very ingredients of human suffering. TM shares a resonance with these teachings. By training the mind to observe without judgment, it invites a gentle detachment from the stories and identities that keep us bound. In this space, suffering begins to unravel. There is a freedom that comes, not from escaping pain, but from seeing through the illusion that pain belongs to a fixed, unchanging self. In the silence of deep meditation, the mind becomes as still as a quiet lake, and in that reflection, the seeds of liberation are sown. Nirvana, the Buddha said, is not some faraway paradise. It begins in this very moment, when the mind is uncluttered, when awareness is open and spacious. With each session of TM, you are retraining your nervous system, repatterning the old grooves of tension and grasping, and allowing a new clarity to emerge. But what does this look like in real life? Consider the story of a person who struggled with depression for 5 long years. The darkness was relentless, and medication offered only partial relief. Sleep was elusive, hope seemed distant, and the world felt muted and gray. But after 3 months of practicing TM, something remarkable began to shift. The pills were gradually set aside, sleep returned naturally, and a quiet joy, once thought lost, began to bloom again. It wasn't magic. It was a return to their real self, a self not defined by diagnosis, not chained to old narratives, but discovered anew in the silence of each breath. Meditation doesn't change the world. It changes you. And when you change, you realize you are the world. The healing that unfolds in the quiet sanctuary of meditation ripples outward, touching not only the one who sits in stillness, but everyone and everything they encounter. It's important to understand that TM is not a religion. It doesn't ask you to believe in anything. There are no dogmas to memorize, no rituals to perform, no creeds to accept. All that is required is a willingness to be still, to sit quietly, and allow the practice to work in its own subtle way. TM is rooted in ancient wisdom, yet it speaks directly to the needs of modern life. It offers a path to awakening that is both timeless and completely practical. Science, too, is beginning to catch up with what mystics have known for thousands of years. Studies show that TM reduces stress, lowers blood pressure, and improves emotional well-being. But beyond these measurable benefits, there is a deeper healing, one that no instrument can quantify. Science measures the effects. Spirituality delivers the healing. Both are valuable, but it is in the marriage of the two that the full potential of TM is revealed. If you're tired, if you've lost your way in your own thoughts, if the noise of the world has drowned out the quiet voice within, there is nothing you need to do except sit down, close your eyes, and listen from within. Awakening doesn't come from outer light. It doesn't arrive with fanfare or thunderbolts. It begins with the light you forgot inside yourself, the simple, unwavering presence that has always been there, waiting to be remembered. Transcendental meditation is not a way to escape life. It is a way to return to the essence of who you truly are. It is the gentle art of coming home to yourself, again and again, until the boundaries between self and world, between inside and outside, dissolve into the unity of pure being. In this space, there is no need to strive or achieve. There is only the natural unfolding of awareness, the blossoming of peace, the rediscovery of joy. The path is simple but not always easy. The mind will resist, old habits will intrude, and the ego will try to reassert itself. But with each round of meditation, with each return to the mantra, the old patterns lose their power, and a new spaciousness emerges. Over time, you may notice that the world seems a little less threatening, that your heart is a little more open, that your mind is a little more clear. These are not changes imposed from the outside, but the natural result of returning to your true nature. Imagine a life where you are no longer at war with your own thoughts, where you are able to witness the dance of emotions without being swept away by them, where you greet each moment with curiosity rather than judgment. This is the gift of TM, not an escape from reality, but a deeper engagement with it. You become less reactive, more compassionate, more attuned to the subtle rhythms of life. Relationships deepen, creativity flourishes, and a quiet confidence grows. The confidence that comes from knowing who you are, beneath the masks and roles. And so the invitation is simple. Set aside your expectations, your doubts, your need for immediate results. Sit quietly, let the mantra guide you, and allow yourself to be carried into the depths of your own being. There, in the silent spaces between thoughts, you will find a peace that is not dependent on circumstances, a joy that is not diminished by sorrow, and a love that is not conditioned by fear. Remember, you are not your thoughts. You are not your emotions. You are not the stories you tell yourself about who you are or what you lack. Beneath all of these, there is a stillness, a presence, a silent witness. This is your true nature, and it is always available, always waiting to be discovered. TM is simply a tool, a doorway, a gentle reminder of what you have always been. If you are seeking healing, know that it begins within. If you are searching for meaning, know that it is found not in the outer world, but in the depths of your own heart. If you are longing for peace, Know that it is not something to be achieved or earned, but something to be uncovered, like a jewel hidden beneath the dust of daily life. Let go of the need to control, to fix, to improve. Let go of the idea that you are broken or incomplete. Sit quietly, breathe, and allow yourself to be as you are. In this acceptance, transformation happens naturally. The ego softens, the heart opens, and the mind becomes clear. Each time you meditate, you are planting seeds of awareness, seeds that will one day blossom into wisdom and compassion. You may not see the results immediately, but trust that the process is unfolding even when it seems nothing is happening. The deepest changes are often the most subtle, the most gradual, like the slow turning of the seasons or the gentle unfolding of a flower. You are not alone on this path. All those who have ever sought truth, who have ever questioned the nature of reality, who have ever yearned for something more, walk with you. Their wisdom is your inheritance, their courage your inspiration, their presence a reminder that awakening is possible for anyone at any time. So, begin. Begin with a single breath, a single moment of stillness. Allow yourself to be curious, to explore, to wonder. There is nothing to fear and everything to gain. The journey is not about becoming someone else, but about remembering who you have always been. It is a journey from the surface to the depths, from the noise to the silence, from the illusion of separation to the reality of unity. And in this journey, may you discover the peace that passes understanding, the joy that is your birthright, and the love that is the very fabric of existence itself. Transcendental meditation is not the destination, but the path. It is an invitation to awaken, to return, to remember. The universe is breathing through you. All you need to do is listen. Start your journey with Transcendental Meditation, not to escape life, but to return to the essence of who you truly are.